Treasure for Misty here. Today I'm going to be doing a couple of paintings. So I'm starting out with a white base coat on my canvas boards, and the reason I do this is because it helps sort of prevent the paint to be absorbed right into the canvas board. I know that you're really supposed to use stretched canvas whenever you are painting with any kind of medium, but it's a lot more expensive than canvas board, and I actually kind of like the way canvas board looks. So right now I'm setting out all of my colors, and I would have the colors flash across the screen a la Bob Ross, but to be honest, I wind up changing my method so many times whenever I paint, changing colors, adding colors, mixing colors. I don't really think it's worth it to add those. So you can just kind of see the general colors I'm going with here are autumn colors, or sorry, summer colors. I'm thinking autumn because I'm in autumn mode. But no, this is going to be a kind of summery painting. I've got a couple different hues of red, gray, white, and purple. And I always add black and white to every palette because you can mix it, and I like to use them as highlights and outlines. So I am doing a strawberry, and I'm going to start with the basic outline and then fill it in with my wide brush. I flashed it across the screen so fast I have no idea which brush it is, and I don't know that it really necessarily matters anyway, because you can see I just took a fairly wide-ish brush and I'm just putting my red color into a strawberry shape. Now the stuff around the outside I'm not going to worry about too much because I'm going to go back in and do a black outline, so I'm not sweating that, and I'm moving right into the tiny strawberries. These ones, I did more of a blush pink. I think that's actually the name of the color, blush pink, because I wanted them to contrast the big strawberry a little bit. I do things in odd numbers whenever I can, so if I'm adding sort of background elements, I'll add 3 or 5, never an even number. This is the stem of the strawberry. My boyfriend actually called it the hair, the strawberry's hair. He said, I think this is a boy strawberry because of the hair. But just so you know, it does not matter what kind of hair you have, boy or girl or whatever. You can wear your hair however you want. It can be like this funky strawberry stem if you like. And these are the seeds. I'm going in with a teeny tiny brush and just putting little green dots for the seeds, both on the big strawberry and on the 3 little strawberries in the background. Oh, and I'm giving them their little stem hats or hairs or whatever you want to call their stems. And I'm going in with a teeny tiny brush because they're very small. This is a 5x5 canvas to give you an idea of how big it is. Now, here's where things I feel like went a little bit sideways was the shape that I gave the eyes. I sort of made this an anthropomorphic fruit, and that's a big theme you'll notice on my channel is anthropomorphic fruit. I don't know if I could really outline what exactly is wrong besides these eyes look less like eyes and more like big holes, which kind of makes me think this is an evil strawberry. And I don't know what happened with the light there. There was a cut in my base footage, and it's suddenly darker, so I'm not sure what I did or if the light went out or what happened in my room. So I'm giving him some blush. This was my attempt to make him a little bit cuter and less creepy, but especially with the light going down, I think that just verifies that he is the evilest of strawberries. Now it's hard to tell because it's kind of dark, but those hearts are purple. They're like a deep violet purple. And those spots I did in the background are green. I'm not really sure why I decided to go with that color. Maybe it's seeds. Doing seeds, and these are the highlights. So everybody gets highlights, the eyes get highlights, all the strawberries, the hearts. And this is my signature. I do it with a silver Sharpie. And that is one evil strawberry down. And it's gonna sit there and stare at you for the rest of the video. So if you have to cover it up with a post-it note, I understand. And I'm mixing a couple colors. I sort of try to stay within the quantity that I know I'll need for these. Oh, and I did forget to paint a background on the first one. So I'm doing that on this second one here. And then I'm just gonna let it dry, tap it. There was a time lapse there, not that anything moved, but I did wait about 20 minutes for that background to dry before I started putting anything on top of it. So this one is going to be my little blue chubby penguin. And when I actually showed this to a girl that I watch, she wanted it really bad, so I told her, what I will tell you is that you can subscribe on Patreon and potentially get the cute penguin or the evil strawberry in the mail. So I gave him a slightly lighter blue for his chest, and I'm going with yellow for his feet and for his beak. And I don't know why I think the penguin is a boy. And his eyes, I also did plain black, I think because they're so much smaller, especially compared to the rest of him. They just don't look as evil. And I'm giving him a black outline to sort of make him stand out because the blue and the green do have a tendency to blend together a little bit. Because it's this sort of soft blue and then a really soft green in the background. The yellow stands out a bit, which I like. And if I were to do this again, I would probably pick some colors that contrast a little bit more between the background and the body. And I'm giving his eyes some highlight, his beak a little bit of highlight. And then I'm going to go back in with, I'm actually watered down that white a little bit so that it wasn't stark white, and give him some feathers on his chest, make him look a little bit ruffled because penguins are feathery. I didn't want to do feathers everywhere because that would be really hard. I've done that, but it's difficult. There you can see my silver Sharpie, and I'm signing off. Now don't forget, if you subscribe on Patreon to the, I forget what it's called, the painting club? Gosh, I'm bad at this. You can get one of these paintings in the mail, or if you subscribe as a lower tier patron, then you can get all kinds of exclusive video content. Remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more like it, subscribe to Treasure for Mystie. We put out new videos every day. I hope to see you tomorrow.